You can leave college without any debt.
Picking a college is a big decision. If you decide a 4-year university isn't for you and want to attend a community college first, as I did, the government will pay for 2 years of college for free. But first, check if you qualify for a Pell Grant. As of 2025, the maximum amount rewarded for a Pell Grant is $7,395 each school year. The government does have rules that apply to a Pell Grant. If you go to studentaid.gov, you can learn more. I will provide the website below. The application you need to fill out and receive a Pell Grant is called a FASFA. You must fill out the FASFA application each school year to qualify. You can also talk to financial aid at the school you decide to apply to for more information. Applying for scholarships is another way to gain financial freedom from college debt. Scholarship websites such as scholarship.com, fastweb.com, or bigfuture.collegeboard.org are great resources to start. You might need to apply for 50 scholarships, but this task will teach you how to earn free money. Most scholarships are available for academic or athletic achievement, but can also be for individuals from diverse ethnic backgrounds, disability-based, gender-based, faith-based, or students who demonstrate a financial need. These scholarships can significantly reduce the financial burden of education, but they often come with specific requirements, such as maintaining a certain GPA or competing in a particular sport. Whether you're a top student or an accomplished athlete, scholarships can be a great way to earn financial support while pursuing your academic and career goals. There are many benefits of working while attending school. Federal work study are jobs on campus or off campus for undergraduate or graduate students to help students pay for their educational expenses. To be eligible, students must complete the FAFSA and have a financial need. Another way to go to college for free or at a discount is through work. Many employers will pay part of your tuition. But education expenses may or may not be directly related to the employer's current job duties. It depends on the employer's policy. Some employers offer tax-free reimbursement of education expenses such as tuition, fees, books, supplies, and equipment. Talk with your human resources department or manager to see if they have an educational program and ensure any educational offer by your employer is in writing.
For example, at the time I was working toward my bachelor's degree, taking accounting classes in college, and working as an accounting assistant. Each year, my employer would pay me back for courses I took up to $5,000 a year. I just had to prove that I passed the course and paid for the course up front. Then my employer reimbursed me for the course. I did this for a few years and graduated from college with most of my tuition paid off. Another example is a fellowship, typically paid to students for work, such as teaching while studying for a master's degree or conducting research while working toward a PhD.
Another benefit is if you're employed and going to college. As of December 2023, the Secure Act 2.0, which I'll link below, permits employers to make matching contributions to your 401k plan, 403b plan, or simple IRA plan toward qualified student loan payments. For more information, ask your human resources regarding the requirements of your company's match. For families that are planning for a college education, there are other opportunities besides financial aid. Congress has passed laws establishing savings accounts that allow families to save toward an educational goal and permit the account to grow on a tax-deferred basis. Any savings account distributions are tax-free if the funds are used for qualified education expenses. These tax-free savings accounts include qualified tuition plans, including prepaid tuition and college savings, Cloverdale educational savings accounts, and U.S. government savings bonds.
The American Opportunity Tax Credit provides a tax credit up to $2,500 per student per year for the first 4 years of qualified education expenses for post-secondary education. To qualify, students must be enrolled in their first 4 years of college and enrolled at least half-time. The Lifetime Learning Credit also provides a tax credit up to $2,000 per family if you spend $10,000 or more on qualified expenses, but the tax credit can only be used once per tax filing. Qualified education expenses must be related to a post-secondary degree program or to improve your job skills. My hope for you is that you can go to college debt-free, enjoy the college experience, and have peace of mind. and eliminate the burden I had of working for several years after college to pay off my tuition. If you are currently in college and have student loans, you might think you don't have to repay your student loans until you finish college. However, interest in your student loans continue to build up. Talk with your student loan provider to see what payment plan is best for you. I also want to discuss private student loans, which I would stay far away from because interest rates are much higher than going through the government programs. Please remember that student loans can't be forgiven in bankruptcy. And if you have private student loans, you could be drowning in high interest payments. When I first signed up at a community college, I went into it blindly. I wasn't really sure where to start, let alone how to ensure my classes were free. So I eventually started researching and educating myself on how much books would cost, how much each class would cost, and how I could leave college debt free.
EducationData.org provided this data on how much a four-year college degree costs as of 2024. This chart is based on costs of a four-year public in-state and out-of-state degree, including the cost of living on campus. The chart also shows the cost of a four-year degree in a private university. The cost for a public four-year university in the state is $104,000, and then after student loan fees, it's $110,000. This chart shows higher costs based on a four-year out-of-state college and private university. If you look on the bottom of this chart, it shows the average cost per month of repaying a student loan over 10, 20, and 30 years.
Many professions need a degree or certificate to be qualified in their field, and once you get that degree, your income skyrockets.
Now, let's dive deeper into the average salary versus expenses after a four-year degree with student loan debt. The average salary for a college graduate with a four-year degree as of 2024 is around $80,132 based on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. After taxes, insurance, and investing in retirement, that amount drops to $62,228. Chart to the right shows the average monthly income and expenses after college, including repaying the student loan over 20 years and 10 years. These expenses are basic necessities to live in a minimalist lifestyle. Notice I didn't include small wants in this budget, but did include big wants of 20%, which should go towards debt repayment before continuing to get further in debt. If you are in debt, everything else is off the table. Any net savings at the end of the month should go towards debt. You will not have financial freedom until that debt is paid off. Now, let's realistically look at what expenses could occur over 20 years. Over 20 years post-college, there are so many experiences, goals, and dreams that a person wants to accomplish. Maybe it's traveling internationally, getting married, having children, or putting a down payment on a home. However, with basic necessities and student loan debt, this budget doesn't leave much to accomplishing these dreams. As of 2025, an international trip for 2 weeks is $3,500. Average cost to get married is $33,000. Raising a child is around $26,000 a year, and the average down payment for a home is $30,000. I'm not giving you this information to discourage you. I'm here to educate you so you have all the options available to make the right decisions for yourself. If you want to achieve financial freedom, each of these expenses should be paid in cash, not a credit card or a loan that you have to pay back. If you have a big goal, you really want to pay for your goal for 5, 10, or even 20 years after achieving it? Bottom line is, if you don't have the cash to get these items, you can't afford it. It's that simple. Now, let's take that same salary and expenses post four-year degree without any student debt. Notice this chart includes small wants, and the money you set aside for big wants doesn't pay off debt. Instead, the 20% goes towards something on your bucket list. The chart on the right shows savings of $1,320 with rent and $19,992 without rent. Maybe you decide to live at home after college for a year to build up savings, and in return, you can easily accomplish the dream of putting a down payment on a house, wedding, or traveling after college. So, can you receive a four-year degree with little to no debt? It's possible. I did it.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. My name's Kelly, and I'll see you next time.